So today we're going to briefly go over the first day of Michael Cohen's testimony. Welcome to Law and Society. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Michael Cohen has brought out all of Donald's skeletons. And as we are learning about Michael Cohen is connecting all the dots for the jury. So Michael Cohen testified that he was introduced to Donald Trump by Don Trump Jr. and that he started working for Donald Trump as Donald Trump's fixer and negotiator, that he had lied and he had intimidated people on behalf of Donald Trump. He also testified that he answered directly to Donald Trump and had his office few offices down from Donald Trump. Michael Cohen also testified that he had collaborated with David Pecker of the National Enquirer to catch and kill several stories that would reflect badly on Donald Trump. Those stories being that of the doorman allegations about Donald Trump having a child out of wedlock, for which the doorman was paid $30,000. Donald Trump's affair with Karen McDougal, for which the National Enquirer catch and kill operation paid McDougal $150,000. And also, Michael Cohen helped Pecker and National Enquirer write the stories about Donald Trump and his opponents, one by disparaging his opponents and two by lifting Donald Trump up. In one instance that really stuck out to me that I want to know more about is, who is Sandra, the penthouse pet? And why did Michael Cohen want that information out of the National Enquirer article that David Pecker was going to publish? But then Michael Cohen edited it. So Michael Cohen, on behalf of Donald Trump, would go and edit articles from National Enquirer to make it look good for Donald Trump. Michael Cohen also testified that he was directed directly by Donald Trump to pay Stormy Daniels the $130,000, and that when the Access Hollywood tapes came out, there was damage control that was taking place, and all in all, despite the fact that Donald Trump wanted to wait to give the $130,000 to Stormy Daniels until after the election, meaning maybe not even pay her at all, they were forced to pay Stormy Daniels $130,000, and then they came up with a reimbursement plan of paying Michael Cohen $420,000 in order to cover the $130,000 plus taxes and other services to cover up the real reason for which he was getting the money, the reimbursements. And that falsification of the record with the intention of hiding the truth and defrauding, the intent to defraud, is at the center of the case, that Donald Trump knew what he was doing and that he was directly involved in this suppression of the truth. And Michael Cohen's testimony about those talking about Michael Cohen's credibility, first of all, Michael Cohen paid his price for being a part of Donald Trump's various criminal schemes. He has redeemed himself in that way, and he is redeeming himself now by testifying in court under pain of perjury. So he is telling the truth. And on top of that, Michael Cohen's testimony is corroborated by evidence, by emails, by a recording that Michael Cohen took of Donald Trump without Donald Trump's knowledge. So we are just starting Michael Cohen's testimony, and in day one, we have learned so much. I can only imagine how this will keep on growing and how Michael Cohen will continue to connect the dots and then build the story to tell the jury what happened with the payment to Stormy Daniels and who directed the payments, who talked about the reimbursements, what were the reimbursements for, and why it was lied about in the paperwork. So with that said, thank you so much for being with me for this brief overview of what happened in court. And I will come back and discuss this more when he testifies and then his cross-examination happens. And I believe that the public has a right to know this. And I haven't talked about the New York case all that much, simply because there's just too many Donald Trump cases, and I'm kind of focused on the election interference of 2020 case, as opposed to this New York election interference of 2016 case. So bear with me, hang in there, and we will get through it together. Take care.